Hi, I'm Zach White here with SingleTrack.com. We're here today with Giant Bicycle's own Andrew Deskytis and one of the new prototypes. Andrew is kind enough to kind of run us through it, so I'm going to pass the mic to him.
Great, thanks, Zach. So we're here standing behind the giant tent here at the 2010 Sea Otter Classic, and what we're looking at here is a prototype for 2011, and exactly what we're looking at is the Anthem X 2.9er. This is a bike that we've had in development for about a year now, and what you're looking at here is a Generation 2 prototype. The Generation 1 prototype came into the offices around December, and some of our product staff started to ride that, provide feedback to our factory in Taiwan. They've made a few changes to the bike, and what you see here is the result of those changes. Specifically, what we're looking at here is Carl Decker's race bike, and when I say race bike, this is the bike that he actually won and raced on yesterday in the Super D event. Interesting to note about this bike is that Carl only rode this bike twice before he decided that it would be the right bike for the race yesterday. Now, I think, Zach, you also took place in that race yesterday. It was really fast descent, some water bars, some really, really high speeds. Carl tested this bike against his 26-inch version and asked himself that which would be the faster bike. At the end of the day, he decided that the new Anthem X 2.9er would be the faster bike for that. Specifically, what we're looking at here is the Anthem X platform, which you're probably familiar with. It offers 4 inches of front and rear suspension, but of course, the changes we've made for it are for a 2.9er application, which does change some of the geometry of the bike, but overall it still has that same race quality feel that you would come to expect in the Anthem X platform. This is a Generation 2 prototype, and with all of our production, we always go through at least 2 generations of prototyping before we move into full production. So I can't go on record right now as saying when exactly you'll be able to buy this bike, but I can confirm that it will be a 2011 product available in our full product line later next year. The question that comes up most often is, in comparison to many of our competition out here who've had 2.9er technology in their line for quite a long time, including Gary Fisher, who's one of the pioneers of the technology for consumers, why was Giant last to the plate? And I will freely admit that Giant was one of the last major manufacturers to integrate 2.9er technology. And the way I can answer that question is to say we waited for the right time. We didn't want to rush to market with a product that was just another Me Too product. We came out with 2.9er product in our product line last year. That would be 2010 model line with an XTC, a good conservative hardtail that we found fit the bill perfectly. It was race tested by our team, product tested by our product staff for over a year and a half. We got it perfectly spot on. And that's really the key with 2.9er technology, is getting the geometry right. And the geometry has to be right in order for the bike to ride right. We didn't want to rush to market. We wanted to wait for the right particular time. We honestly did look at what our competition was doing, and we wanted to do it better.